Without a doubt, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is my favorite Mario Kart game. The nitro tracks, retro tracks, music, battle mode, online controls, items, everything about this game I absolutely love. So today I decided I was going to rank all 48 tracks with two parts. The first part I'll rank the bottom 24, then the top 24 in the second video, in celebration of the fact that this game released on April 27th, 2017, so it's now 4 years old. Let's start. Number 48 is Donut Plains 3. It's a pretty flat track. I like the music, but it is a SNES track, so there really isn't anything that interesting. It's pretty boring. Next is 47, Excite Bike Arena. Excite Bike Arena has like two turns, and there's a bunch of tricking, and that's kind of fun, but once you get the reference aside, there really isn't anything that much exciting. Number 46 is N64 Toad's Turnpike. This track feels incredibly long because and the vehicles don't really pose much of a challenge. And you can drive on the wall, which is cool, but it's actually the slower route. I do like how you can glide over the bridge though, but still, nothing really that interesting. Number 45 is SNES Rainbow Road. This track keeps getting remade in new Mario Kart games. It has really catchy music, difficult turns and swamps. It's a pretty good track. It doesn't deserve to be remade that much, but it's still one of the best from Super Mario Kart. Number 44 is GCN Dry Dry Desert. This track is very vanilla. I mean, the music is just fine, and it's nothing wrong with, like, the track layout. There's low traction, and there are things like the added Oasis, but it's just too boring and just your average desert track. Number 43 is GBA Mario Circuit. This track has these things called Ultra Hands, a toy Nintendo made in the 60s, rise up the first U-turn of the track, so that's pretty cool and interesting. Other than that, it's pretty flat and simple. I like that glider at the end, though. That's a pretty cool inclusion. Number 42 is Bone Dry Dunes. This is a track that gets a bit too much hate. The music is alright, and I do like the sunset, but it just feels unsatisfying in both the visual department and the slipperiness. It's alright. Number 41 is Ice Ice Outpost. Ice Ice Outpost is a green and yellow road, and they're always switching, not to mention some incredibly difficult shortcuts. Other than that, I feel like this track lacks its own identity, which is why it's pretty low. Number 40 is Wii Moo Meadows. People absolutely love this track, and I never really understood that. It's pretty, sure, and the music is nice, and the cows makes for a good obstacle, but it's just too simple. This is a Mushroom Cup level track, so of course it was never going to be that good, but it's still nice. Number 39 is Water Park. Water Park has some pretty catchy music, and I really like the things like the Ferris wheel and that big loop anti-gravity turn in the middle, showcasing what this game can do with it. So that's pretty interesting. I like that part. It's still pretty boring now. Number 38 is Mario Circuit. This version of Mario Circuit has these ultra mini turbos you can build up by like drifting around like at least 4 parts of the track. That's a lot of fun. You can also see Peach's Castle, and the music's awesome. It's one of the better Mario Circuits, but it's still a Mario Circuit. Number 37 is Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing, the track has like four different seasons. Spring, which has more ramps. Autumn, which is a sunset and has like fruits falling. Summer, which is like more peaceful, and like and winter, which has like a completely different overhaul visuals, and like it looks snowy. It's a pretty interesting gimmick, but the track layout is pretty simple, and I've never been a big Animal Crossing fan. Number 36 is Mario Kart Stadium. One of the, by far, the best opening track in Mario Kart. There's shortcuts within the pipes, there's a giant Mario statue, there's a glider and anti-gravity, and it shows it pretty well. It's still a circuit track, technically, but it's not a bad one. Number 35 is GCN Sherbetland. The ice in this track is pretty annoying, and the same goes for the freezes as well. I like the music, though, and it definitely improved here, as the ice isn't as slippery now. And you can go underwater. Number 34 is Sweet Sweet Canyon. Sweet Sweet Canyon, it's pretty. There's a cannon at the start. You drive into some maple syrup. They're like a pink and blue road. And there's a cool donut shortcut at the end. It's still pretty simple though. Number 33 is Hyrule Circuit. Hyrule Circuit is based on Zelda. Deku Babas replaced the Piranha Plants. There are rupees in replacement of coins. And there's also the Triforce, too. With all that being said, not a big Zelda fan here. I played Wind Waker HD on my Wii U for a little bit. And I guess that's about it for Zelda for me. I can still appreciate what the references this track made. Number 32 is Wild Woods. Wild Woods is pretty wild because you have a bunch of shy guys in this little village town rushing water at the end, and you start to track anti-gravity on the side of a tree, and I like the shortcut at the end, so it's not bad at all. Number 31 is N64 Yoshi Valley. Yoshi Valley has some pretty catchy music, a pretty sunset, and a bunch of different paths, but everyone online always takes the path, the most furthest left one, and the slowest one is the cannon. It's still pretty interesting, and if I ever get bored, I'll occasionally take those different routes. Number 30 is Swamp Ruins. Swamp Ruins is a track that has a lot of atmosphere to it because there are a bunch of different swamps and stone gears moving around, and the music is like it gets really like wild like once you reach the outside part in anti-gravity. It's pretty good for one of the more simple Mushroom Cup tracks. Number 29 is GCN Yoshi Circuit. There's so many different difficult turns on this track, as well as a waterfall shortcut, which is the hardest shroomless cut in the game. So that's pretty fun. I love the music too, so it's overall just really fun. Number 28 is Toad Harbor. Toad Harbor gets chosen a lot online, and although I love how pretty this track looks, and also the monorail cars in the different paths, it doesn't deserve to be chosen that much, but it's still pretty cool. Number 27 is DS Cheep Cheep Beach. Cheep Cheep Beach is one of the most relaxing and underrated Mario Kart tracks. There's a bunch of cheepsies flopping around. The music is pretty. I love the simplicity of it. Like, there's a forest and a boardwalk and a beach, so there's some nice variety. I like it. Number 26 is Twisted Mansion. Twisted Mansion is like the Luigi's Mansion, but a lot better, in my opinion. There are a bunch of boos and knight armor trying to smash you at the end. There's like an underwater part and a glider through a courtyard. You go in anti-gravity by a bookcase. It's pretty creative, and incorporating water in a ghost track is like a really smart idea. And I think it's a reference to the sunken shipwreck from Super Mario World. Number 25 is DS Tick-Tock Clock. Tick-Tock Clock is a course with a lot of rhythm to it. There's a bunch of moving pendulums, moving gears. There are these moving clock hands, and at the end, like those gears under the main clock move too. The music times in perfectly with it, and I like this course. It does feel a bit flat, but I still enjoy it, and I don't really mind that too much.